Hello, it's Simone. Today I would like to show you what I have in this A5 Traveler's Notebook. This notebook is the cover is from September Leather. They sell through Amazon and I am really excited about this notebook. The color is exactly what I love in the brown spectrum of Traveler's Notebook or leathers, and so I couldn't be happier with this. It has these front pockets right here, they're curved here, then it comes with 4 elastics, and then it has a pocket on the back and a pen loop. But that is just the small introduction. This houses my not so daily journals, and they couldn't be more different from each other. It houses my creative journal where I just plop down colorful things, a little bit of journaling here and there. I create pages that are pleasing to my eye and don't have really any expectations towards sense or no sense of this notebook. And then it also houses my writing journal where I am more where I'm less decorative and more writing. So the only decoration is a little bit of washi tape here and there. And then I have been using these date numbers or numbers from a meatball washi strip that has been sent to me by a friend to just date or signify the different entries. I just put it right here and here, and whenever I skip one day, then I just cut out the others and put them somewhere else so I can use them another day in my planner, wherever else I might be able to use those. I actually have already finished one of my writing journals, and this is the number one. It is the last few signatures of my Hobonichi Day Free that I cut apart in September-ish. And I actually have a video where I show you how I cut it apart, and I do have videos where I show you how I bound this. But I finished this at the end of November, on November 24, and then I started this on November 26. This I bound myself as well. It is half of a Tomoe River grid insert from Paper Penguin Co. And I have the 120-page insert. I think she sells 60-page inserts as well. I just have the bigger pack, the bigger notebook. And since I realized that I do better better with smaller notebooks, I decided to just divide those up. I put a scrapbooking paper around this, and then I started using it. I bound it with stitch binding right here. This is really easy to do, and if you haven't done it before, you should totally try this. I also have a video on my channel, lots of videos. This one I started in August, on August 21st, and I finished it in November. And then I did the same thing here. I put in a label, stamped the date of the beginning, and I will stamp the date of the last entry as well, just because I like documenting and seeing how much time I use for each insert. Let me show what else is in here, and then I have actually gotten a lot of ephemera that I would love to stick into the creative journal. I probably will speed the video up after that and have a voiceover later on. So in the front, I have created this insert as well. This is a random paper insert with papers that I have in my stash. I actually cannot wait to start using this because I just want to see how it will work for me. I already have some items in here. This was a weekly 2 weeks that I used to document in a B6 spread. I was curious to see how I would like creating spreads like those in the Kokuyo PAL, Bushiman PAL planner that was just released this year. And I had actually pre-ordered it, but I was able to cancel my pre-order because I decided to go a different route, which I'm really excited and happy that Yoseka was so flexible to be able to cancel my pre-order. Yeah, I think that's that. Which reminds me, I need to write down if I actually received my money back. Cancel, Solation, planner, check. Yeah, so I put in this bag here. This is a coloring page from my coloring book, and I'm just curious to see how I am going to be able to fill these different kinds of pages, and I plan. Not 100% sure how this is going to go to make my own inserts moving forward, because I have so many random papers that I cannot throw away because I think they're amazing. I have so many pages or papers that I would love to use in junk journals that I decided if this is going well, then that's what I'm going to do moving forward. And the same thing applies to this journal as to the writing journal. I really enjoy finishing a notebook, and so I don't want to make these huge. Also, I am adding a lot of bulk, and so having smaller notebooks that allow for more chunk, and then having an unwieldy notebook like the two Hobonichis that I had before is just not going to work for me. I don't enjoy working in these chunky notebooks, which is sad, but true. So I have moved away from these junky notebooks, and I decided to enjoy other people using them and sharing them, but they're not going to be my creative journals. And then I have this folder in here, and yeah, I'm repeating myself. I think I filmed a video when I made this, or a similar kind of a folder, maybe sometime in 2020-ish, might be. Gonna check when I'm uploading the video if I have a video for this, then I will share it with you either in the description or in the corners up here. And what I decided to put in here is all the random ephemera that I am, wow, when did this come off here? Was that just me? I don't know. All the random things that I collect throughout the weeks until my next journaling session. I will just stick them in here and see what inspires me to create and use in here. And then I also, these is one of the Hobonichi folders that I just stuck together right here. Here it's already breaking as a pocket or pouch, and I just keep it here for the smaller things that I want to keep. And then this is the washi tape that I use in here, the numbers. Already have this. This is something that I started working on and I have never finished, so I thought maybe I will have a chance of putting this somewhere in here. So let me just quickly show you how far I've come in this. I started this, don't know what, I wanted to start this in September and was going to do a, do not do this, you lady. You are not biting all of my elastics. Go away. Go away. I had done this in my Hobonichi and I thought I was going to miss it, but as you can see, I didn't even finish that 1 month here. So I decided that's not going to be worth making every month. But August 31st was the first day that I used this notebook. And I guess that is something that is worth documenting on the front page. August 31st. The first. And then I will stamp the date here as well when I finish. So here is what this looks like. It is just a creative outlet for me. I don't have an expectation of working on this all the time. And when I finish, which is in 2 pages, I will do a completed flip through once I'm done. Here is some kind of Techo Kaigi for 2022. I always have to make sure that there's no address on here. It's often it's hauls, so I'm not sure how this is going to go in 2022 because I have decided to do a no low spend for several items that I have a lot in my stash. And then here I created this pocket here. My son gave me a note, so I put it in here to slide it out and read it. And then here is more haul, some quotes that I get from Brandy Kincaid. I don't stick in her book cards, but I copy some of the quotes that are on there. Here's one of those, good words for later. And then I'm trying to use up random things, stuff that is stuck on Happy Mail envelopes. And then this is the last thing that I created. Oh no, that's not true. This is an empty spread, and then I have a full one right here. And then the last, I'm actually getting to the very last 2 pages, 3 pages in this notebook, and then it's done. And I'm really excited about that. So I'm gonna put you on fast forward and then just work. So I'm trying to read a poem to you, but it doesn't work because I always mispronounce words. I am working in my creative journal, as I said before, and I decided that I was going to finish this spread. I really enjoy making spreads or starting spreads without actually finishing them in one sitting. The reason for that is that I fear the expectation that I have. Maybe that's weird because I am finishing the page later on, but when I just plop a cluster down, or like here I put down a paper and then not think of what will be coming next, it's so much easier to make a decision of what and where it has to go, and that then might dictate the color palette for the page. It might dictate what goes on there if I wanted to maybe follow the imagery on there. Maybe it's about a letter, or maybe the typewriter says that it's something typed, you know, or maybe it's about the vaccination sticker that I put there. The reason why I put that there is because the colors went well together. And now, after I have already started the spread, the next time that I come back, I can think of the next steps that I do. Maybe that's why I really enjoy that, because filling a full page from the start can be very intimidating, but thinking about just 1 or 2 steps is less intimidating to me, at least. So if you haven't tried that yet, I highly recommend it. It definitely takes away a lot of fear of the blank page, because it's not blank anymore. I am copying a poem into the blank space on this page, and it is called The Piece of Wild Things and was written by Wendell Berry. And I'm going to read this to you now, and then I'm going to talk a little bit more about the creation of this page. When despair for the world grows in me, and I wake in the night at the least sound, in fear of what my life and my children's lives may be, I go and lie down where the wood drake rests in his beauty on the water, and the great heron feeds. I come into the peace of wild things, who do not tax their lives with forethought of grief. I come into the presence of still water, and I feel above me the day-blind stars, waiting with their light. For a time, I rest in the grace of the world and am free. I heard this poem first on Ange's channel, who is Rainbow Ange on YouTube. She does knitting videos. And if you are a crafty person, you should check her out because her creativity is very infectious, and I just love her. I can't, go check her out and find out for yourself. So she exchanged advent calendars with a friend, and her friend, besides attaching or packing in a little gift for her, also put in a hopeful poem every day of each advent package, which I thought was an amazing idea, and I will definitely keep that in mind for next year when I maybe do a gift exchange with someone. But it just, I heard it at the right time and I connected with it, and it needed to be in my journal, so I put it there. And then the problem that I had then was that the page wasn't full yet. And you know me, you know that I love filling pages. I'm not as bad with white space as I might have been before, but I do love full to the brim pages. So that white space that was so weird and off really bugged me, and I decided that I needed to fill it up, and that's what I'm doing right now. I'm looking through my stash, and I'm looking through well, it's not my stash. It is part of my stash. It's my capsule. All the wintry things that I have, Christmassy themed stuff that I have is in there. And I came across this moon with the bunny laying on the half moon, and I thought it was really fitting with the poem, so I cut it out and stuck it onto the paper there. And I'm sorry for my very gray-haired head in the frame right here, but it was very, very faint, so I used my pens to trace the outline so that it was more visible. And then I resorted to this red washi tape, or salmon colored washi tape, because I felt like the pops of color and the top of the page needed a balance at the bottom. The green little image that you see here looks like a house with a grassy wooden scenery, and I thought it was fitting as well. And then I just stamped the joy to fill in that one blank space over there, and decided that that was it for that specific page. I really like how that turned out. My cats were so hungry and they came and bugged me all the time. That's why you see them walk on the video right here. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you see how I decided to move forward. I'm excited to share what I'm using in 2022 moving forward, and you probably know already it's not going to change a lot. I hope to see you soon. Until then, bye.